Hi guys, welcome to another interview. So today we have Kahinee Bhatt with us. She's a lawyer and she's also the founder of Inner Safe Headspace. Hi Kahinee, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I am good. So Kahinee, before we start the interview, I'll tell you a little bit about JustCare. So JustCare is a self-development app, and our aim is to improve mental health of people around us, and we create content like meditation, podcasts, articles around mental health. Okay,
Okay.
yeah.
All
So
right.
I'll start with the question. You ready?
Yes,
Okay.
please.
So tell me a little bit about yourself.
All right. So, as you already mentioned, I have recently graduated. I'm a lawyer now. And recently, like during the second wave of COVID, I started an initiative called In a Safe Headspace, wherein we try to provide free therapy sessions to individuals directly affected with COVID 19. So, the whole purpose was this also was to familiarize people with therapy and what it is all about. So, that's it. So, this is what exactly I'm doing right now. Nothing more.
Okay, amazing, amazing. So first, before we get into the safe headspace wala whole thing, how did you get, how did you decide to get into law? Were
All
you
right.
interested? Yeah.
Yes. So my parents were lawyers. I mean, they are lawyers rather. And I think it was more of a safe zone for me that acha bachpan se you see your parents are lawyers and you know that this is a line for you. But also, I would rather say that during third year of college, I got interested in this field of IPR, which is intellectual property rights. That is when I knew, okay, no, this is the line, this is the field that I actually want to get in. And that's when I got a little more interested in law. So I mean, as you can say, parents were lawyers, that's why I became a lawyer.
Okay, yeah, yeah, perfect. I mean, that sounds cool. And now tell us how and why did you start in a safe headspace?
So, as I mentioned, that during the second wave of COVID, not just me, but my parents were also severely affected with COVID. So, I felt that there was a time back last year when I had taken therapy sessions, and it helped me. Like I was prepared for the second wave and whatever was happening. So I just felt that there are so many people out there who don't know what it is and how much it's going to benefit you. So by providing them free sessions, I that's what the whole purpose was. I built a page, I built a group, I gathered a few therapists who helped me, and everybody is working at a volunteer basis with me. We don't get anything out of the clients, and we provide them also free sessions.
I think that's an amazing initiative. Thank you for starting this for all of us. And also, how much time did it take to grow?
So it I feel it's still at its transitional phase. So my whole purpose initially was to just coordinate, mediate between the clients and the therapist, give them free sessions and all of that. But then I saw that not everybody is okay to reach out for a therapy session. So the page that I have created on LinkedIn and Instagram. So what we do is we put up mindful activities or posts or articles as what you were doing, so that people don't need to necessarily seek therapy, but they can also go to the page and find a solution for themselves. So of course we do recommend taking therapy, but then of course if they just want to, and to answer your question, how much time it took me, because I started at a peak of second wave, there were a lot of people in need of therapy. So it got to a great peak, but now I think it has descended, but I think it's a good thing that it has.
Totally, totally, totally. And like, how did you find like-minded people to do this? I mean, it takes a lot of time to build a group and do everything voluntarily.
It
So yeah,
does.
how did you find
I would actually want to credit this friend of mine who's also school junior, Jayati Best. So, what she is a psychology student and she will be pursuing her master's in the US in the coming few months itself. So, I reached out to her because I am a lawyer by background. So, this was something in my head, but to get somebody from the background to know what actually happens. I wanted her help, and she, in fact, both of us, like, I would credit her more to where we are right now. So gradually we felt, because of the immense amount of response we were getting, I felt that we need more people to help us with this. That's when we put out a post for volunteers, and a lot of psychology background students, in fact even my law graduate students, reached out to me if they could help in any way. And so we were trying to create a page, we're trying to create a platform. So yeah.
That's great. That's great. Amazing initiative. Um, so let's come back to law. In today's generation, like I know lawyers have a lot of job security and all of that, but a lot of them also don't get where they want to get actually. So the field you've chosen, ITR. So do you have like a proper job security in that field, or people who are going to pursue that field ahead?
Not at all. In fact, I think you are highly mistaken when you say we have a lot of job security. It as you can see, there's a lot of competition out there, and it's difficult, not just for even for somebody who has pursued X thing or a V thing. Like, it's the same
Absolutely.
competitive field out there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So no, like, I was actually supposed to be pursuing masters in law in London, but due to the COVID uncertainty, I had to cancel on that. So
Hmm.
right now, even I am one of those persons out there in this competitive world who's trying to get a job. So that's the thing right now for me as well. So
Yeah.
no job security at the moment.
Okay. Okay. And so I'm sure you faced a lot of problems in college or school getting through studies and all of that. So what other problems did you face?
So as I would want to say, like, college, and of course, college was, you have your friends, you have a good support system, you have your family, everything goes in its course of time. But right now, these past 2 years, I feel it has been very difficult, because all of us, like students giving your final exam, sitting inside a room,
Yeah,
your own
yeah.
bedroom, here,
Hmm.
and it gets difficult because you don't know where you are headed now. You don't know if you have a security. It's just very vague out there. So anxiety, like as I mentioned last year, when 2020 rather, I just started getting anxious for no reason. So it was so difficult because you don't know what's happening. You know something is happening, but you don't know that's anxiety. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
when
yeah.
I got out to seek help, and I got therapy.
Yeah, I think a lot of students face this, especially during the COVID time because online they were not able to study properly.
Exactly.
So yeah, yeah. So you just mentioned that you went to therapy and it helped you a lot, but a lot of students don't, maybe they can't afford therapy or they don't, go to
Yeah.
therapy because of the stereotypes. So, if not therapy, how did you cope, like, with the problem?
So, okay. So, one thing that I have learned is, of course, I would definitely, at a personal account, I would recommend people to do seek therapy.
Hmm.
But more than that, it is about uh, letting go, is what I feel. So, a
Hmm.
lot of things, it takes you personally. You
Yeah.
take things very personally. So I have learned that it is okay to, let go at times. It is okay to
Yeah.
not take personally. So this is something that I've learned over time, because I would, not proudly, but I could say that I was very petty. But now
Hmm.
it is so relaxing to not,
Yeah.
just take things so personally every
Yeah.
time.
And not
So
like,
yeah,
and not
and
give
more
like, yeah.
please do drink more and more of water, because that is actually very important.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I think the basic thing you said was acceptance, that accepting whatever comes your way and like letting go then. Yeah, that's great. That's great. Amazing.
And one thing
So,
I just want to mention this is that even though we do go out, seek therapy, but
mm,
one thing is for sure is that you and only you can help yourself.
Hmm.
Nobody, an ex person is going to come and tell you, okay, do this, but you will have to do it. If you
Yeah,
don't do it, not helping yourself. So
yeah,
that is very important.
yeah. Agreed, agreed. Totally agreed. So, my next question to you is, if not law, which other field you might have pursued? Can you think of
This
any?
is tricky. Yeah, so I actually have always had like a soft zone, soft corner towards event management. So
Okay,
I
yeah.
have always liked to go towards. I like planning things. I
Hmm.
in my school days, in my high school and everything, I did plan things. So yeah, so that's something I would have done.
Oh, okay. Amazing. So, okay. My last question to you is advice for aspiring lawyers and startup founders, because you are a founder of, in a safe headspace. So, first, can you give like an advice for aspiring lawyers?
For aspiring lawyers.
Yeah, like
Mm,
people who
it,
want to like pursue law, they're contemplating, or they've already pursued it, but they don't know what to do ahead.
don't give up midway. I'm
Okay.
sure it's going to get better.
Yeah. Okay.
And the people who are going to be studying, they will understand what I'm saying.
Yeah. And for founders,
Founders is, if you actually believe in something, then just give it a go. No,
yeah.
people will support your passion, but if you are honestly passionate and if you feel that this is worth your time, then give it a go.
Also, I've seen like a lot of startups like what Josh they start with it, but then they fizzle out with time.
Yeah.
So, what advice would you give to those people?
Um, Planning.
Okay.
Always make a month's plan beforehand so that you know, even midway you feel that okay, this is fizzling out, but you have things ready. कि, okay,
Hmm.
अगर ये नहीं हो रहा है तो ये हो रहा है. So
Hmm.
always have a planning, and always it's actually so much better. As I said, that Jyoti got on board with me and she was a great help. After that, I had a lot of volunteers who helped me through, because one person cannot manage everything, so you
Mm-hmm.
need
Of course.
a team who actually believes in what you're doing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. True. 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 And you said something about monthly targets. So,
yeah.
monthly targets are in big targets or like small targets?
No, of course, very small targets. Like for example, like we manage a lot of things on social media right now.
Hmm.
So even if okay, so sometimes the graphic designers don't make a post. So what
Hmm.
you can do is you have a story backup. Okay, okay. If
Yeah.
not this, you have a story backup. Let's just put up a story. If
Sorry.
not this, then let's do something like this. So
Yeah.
always have a timeline managed
Hmm.
that you actually follow.
True. True. Agreed. Agreed. Great advice. Also, thank you so much. It was lovely having you. An amazing interview.
Lovely talking to you too.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.